struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Hey, go!
Here's Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On red. Hey, tomato.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got a man, it's Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
Here's Lawrence to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
But to throw again is Lawrence. He's going to launch it for Washington. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Hey. Ginger.
Lawrence will throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Decent 24.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. That is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, Soko.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Here we go. We're good.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Here we go. Punch right. Green 19, dresses hot. Hey, Ken, Can. Bunch right.
On play action, Fields. They'll try and do this, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. In motion right is Wilson. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up.
Here we go. Hey, can. Blue 58. Tonight.
They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Bunch right. 319.
From the gun, here's Fields. Targets and finds Reynolds once more. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
At the 19-yard
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Fields. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 19 yards away. And the Jets post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Here we go.
Fields trying to throw for him. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
Jaguars nothing.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 30-80-yard line. Great return. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, Lion. Run. Here we go.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Lisa 24. Hey, Ginger. Zach.
Now Lawrence. Over the middle, open is Thomas. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Hey, goal. Hey, tomato. Zach.
Now Lawrence to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Red on red. Hey, Soko, it's a hot.
Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey. Son, it's hot. Here we go, son.
Now Lawrence. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Son, it's hot.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Hey, Ginger, touch.
Back to throw again. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Rip, 23. Soko, it's hot.
And they'll run with ETN. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go. Hey, Soko, it's hot. Red.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and
Hey,
goal.
Ryan. Hey, son, it's hot. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Go.
To throw is Fields. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. And that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. March right.
Fields now to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's good for a Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green knight. Tonight.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Don't jump.
Will line up.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points.
That makes the score Jets 14.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Hey, lion. Hey, Soko, tonight.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here we go, side.
Now it's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down and 3.
Here we go, side. Go.
Now Fields. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, center. Side.
Play action. It's Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Side.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Run. Hey, center. Side.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
28-yard gain. First down, Jacksonville.
Red 23. Side. Red.
Etienne up the middle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe spark for him here in half two.
So two words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Fields. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
From the gun on third down, Fields. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Hines Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Back to throw, Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A big play needed, no doubt.
Here we go.
3rd and long. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Don't jump. Ready?
4th down. Fields has to have this one. That's pulled in by Wilson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and 12. Throwing now, Lawrence. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. This will be caught by Brown. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't,
and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
and that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
That's complete to the rookie from Colorado. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
23.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Son, this one is hot. Here we go.
Back to throw, Lawrence. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Here's Lawrence. That is caught. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, Ginger. Duck.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
24. Hey, Soko, hot.
Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
10. Here we go, Side. Green 19, green 19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Lawrence will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.